Welcome to Fit to Kill Outdoors.
Hey folks, I'm John Lyons. Welcome to Fit to Kill Outdoors. On this episode, we're going to do a little backyard preseason bow practice and also teach my son how to safely shoot from a tree stand. Then we'll hit the 2011 squirrel season opener and have some fun chasing bushy tails on some public land. So stay tuned. I think you're going to enjoy the show. Welcome once again. Today we're going to do a little filming on how to put up a tree stand, how to shoot your bow from a tree stand, how to do things safely, and how to teach your youth these skills. My dad never really taught me how to do these things. I kind of had to learn on my own. It's great. It's great practice for one thing when you get out there in the woods and shoot from a tree stand. The other is safety part of it. Putting up a tree stand, getting in a tree stand, sitting in a tree stand, and shooting from a tree stand are all tough things to do if you haven't really done it before. So before you get your son or daughter out there in a tree stand and expect them to shoot that next big buck that walks by, you really ought to practice in your backyard like we're going to do, and hopefully you'll learn something from this. So me and my buddy here, Lucy, are going to help John Parker learn how to put up a tree stand today and hopefully learn how to shoot from one. I turned around and my son is now 12 years old. He's not a little boy any longer, and he's shooting his bow really well these days, and hopefully we can get him on a good deer this year. So stay with us, and hope you'll learn something. Hey guys, this is a kind of a pain, but this can save your life. It's a safety harness. I advise that you get one, especially for your kids. Going to be up in a tree. Fits on right over top of your clothes. Once you get it on, it's no big deal. Get it on can be a big deal sometimes, but it's what we want to use when we put a tree stand up, when we take one down, and when we're getting in and out of a tree stand. So with a little help from your friends, it's no big deal. So guys, let's be honest. How many times have you been out in the woods trying to put up a tree stand and the tree you picked just is not working? Well, the same thing can happen in your backyard, believe me. Watch this next clip as my daughter Jillian, who's 10 years old, brings a little reality to the situation. I think you're going to find this really funny.
Okay.
Point down a little bit.
Right now, we got it up, so let's hope it doesn't fall with someone getting on it. And I'm thinking it probably will. We're having a little bit of trouble, but we can probably handle it.
Ah, dang it.
Okay, maybe not.
After being humbled in front of my kids, I finally picked a straighter tree and got the tree stand up. John Parker then climbed in and took it for a test drive. Needless to say, he was a little bit tentative, but he got used to it after a few minutes. Alright, have at it.
I drop a deer at 10 yards.
Yeah, you could drop a deer at 10 yards. It's about what I shot mine at last year. There you go. See? One more time we'll get down, okay?
Thank goodness.
Good practice though, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Got your safety harness on and everything.
That's the only thing that makes me feel
One of the most important aspects of tree stand hunting is getting your equipment in and out of the stand safely. Well guys, as you all know, that backyard bow practice is very important prior to the season. And it's a lot of fun too. John Parker's learned a lot this summer shooting from the stand. He may not be ready for the stand this year. He's only 11. But I plan on getting him out there next year probably. This year we'll just hunt out of a ground blind and shoot the bow as we've learned. Now let's go to that squirrel hunt. 2011 opener here in Spencer County down on the Salt River. Foggy morning, perfect conditions. I think you're going to enjoy this. Good morning folks, this is John Lyons with Fit to Kill Outdoors. I'm here with my son John Parker and we're going to do a little squirrel hunt this morning. It's August the 20th, 2011, first day of squirrel season. We've been waiting for this day for about a month now. Excited to get out here. It's real foggy this morning. We're on Taylorsville Lake Wildlife Management Area and should be a lot of squirrels up in these foggy trees with all this dew, so we're gonna see what we can get done this morning and hopefully have a lot of fun. So stay tuned. Now watch this. This is pretty amazing. This little fawn just walks right up to John Parker and I while we're walking down the road. John Parker's another deer way down there. These deer were coming out of the corn after a night of feeding, heading back to bed. Shoot it. After searching a while, we finally spotted one along the riverbank. Alright, go for it. Good shot. Good shot. All right, what do you got there?
Little red squirrel. I think he's a male.
Oh, looks like a young one.
Yeah, I guess he is.
It was kind of a black face. Look at his black face and his paws, front paws.
Yeah, I think I saw him climb up that tree with a nut in his mouth.
Yeah. All right, success on opening day. Great deal. You know, guys, there's a whole lot of things to see out there while you're hunting. Things you pass by normally without even noticing them. But kids notice these things all the time, and maybe we should stop and take a look too. It wasn't long before we found another squirrel, and John Parker had his gun up almost before I could get the camera ready. Get him. Alright folks, as you can see, we've had a successful morning here. John Parker's taken a couple of squirrels. It's getting up in the morning now. It's getting pretty hot, and we've trudged through an ocean of ironweed and every other kind of weed that you can think of along the creek bank down here. But it's a great time between father and son here. We've had a blast. Hunting like this is the perfect thing for your son or daughter, to teach them woodmanship and you know, just being stealthy and quiet and walking slowly. It's a great time, and squirrel hunting is one of the best ways to instill that love of the outdoors and hunting for your kids. John Parker loves it. He was up at the crack of dawn this morning ready to go, and we got out here and just saw 3 squirrels. He got 2 of them. Didn't even get a shot at the other one that we saw. But we got a little red and a little gray. They ought to be good in the cooker, and we'll enjoy these squirrels later on this evening probably. But we've had a blast, and again, if you get an opportunity to take your kids, you'll never forget these times. It's awesome to be out here, and when you got public access like we have around here, and Spencer County. Anybody can do this, so take advantage of it. This is John Lyons, Pro Staffer for Fit to Kill Outdoors. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. This has been a Fit to Kill production.